So in this video here, guys, if you're new to my channel, first of all, this is Professor Nez. Let me know how the audio's coming in. We are live on a Saturday. I hope your Saturday is going well. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. So today we're talking about how you can love yourself and be more confident and why that's so important, right, in this day and age. Well, the first thing that I want to do is fix this tripod, if I may. But yeah, come on in. Let me know where you're coming from. Join in. I was actually going to think about doing a video about this, but I said, you know what? It's like, I love live. I love live. I love the interaction. I love being with my peeps. I love you guys. I love bringing the value to you. So how do you do it? And by the way, really, first off, I just want to say there's nothing mushy about this title. There's nothing Oprah or Dr. Phil about this title, How to Love Yourself. We're not talking about mushy bumper stickery love. We're really talking about something that really just gets to the core of how you can really function as an optimal human being in this world that we're living in today, okay? It's not about kind of ego. It's not about narcissism. It's not about loving yourself like a beautiful little special snowflake that you are. It has nothing to do with that. What we're talking about is just a healthy perspective on who you are, how you function in the world, and how you can go forward, and just really unnecessary suffering, unnecessary stress, unnecessary problems. I think 80 to 70% of people's problems is completely unnecessary, and I think I'm probably being very generous with that. So please leave comments, especially if you're watching this on the replay. I do come back and check all the comments, so very excited to see you guys. We got some viewers coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is just a real quick video I wanted to shoot. We're already 3 minutes into it, so I don't want to go too long. I just really want to get nice and sweet and to the point. But first, please subscribe to my channel. If you care about mindsets, if you care about understanding who you are, discovering your story, sharing it with the world, communication, storytelling, digital storytelling, social media marketing, how to get this dude out of your own way. The only thing that gets in your own way is the dude that lives inside your head. You need to subscribe to this channel right now. Okay, go ahead and do that. Let me know how the audio is coming in too. Confidence is something that I think, a lot of people have been facing some serious problems with confidence lately, especially in the kind of lately in a lot of the talks that I've been giving, a lot of the speaking engagements, workshops. Confidence seems to be a really kind of huge issue, and it's something I thought would be a great video to kind of just share with you guys. And just there's a lot of people who have perspectives on this topic, and I want to kind of go ahead and give my sort of throw in my 2 cents, if you will, and I would love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, okay? So confidence, building confidence, and really, what does that really even mean, having confidence? What does it really mean to love yourself? This world is hard enough, right? This world, this life can be tough enough, even when you have unbelievable self-worth and self-evaluation and, self-awareness. Even when you have a healthy state of who you are, it can be a really, really tough, shitty, complicated world. So the world is going to shit on you enough. So the whole point of having confidence and self-love is not about this sort of woo-woo, hippy-dippy type of thing, but really practical, real, that it's hard enough going through this life just trying to be you and just trying to kind of function and just trying to do the things that you need to get done, because you're going to get enough opposition. There's plenty of foes. There's plenty of haters out there. There's plenty of opposition. So this video is all about minimizing that opposition, that instead of hating on yourself, instead of, having that self-doubt, that fear of failure, and having those feelings of inadequacy and insecurity, really just trying to be your number one fan and trying to champion your own kind of pursuits, because you're going to get enough opposition from the real world. So this video is really just about kind of getting yourself out of your own way. That's how you become confident. There's really 3 things that stop people from, exhibiting confidence, exuding confidence, and displaying that, and then taking charge of their life. Number 1 is the fear of failure. Okay, most people are afraid of trying something for the fear of failure. Well, let me break it to you right now. You're gonna fail. I saw a really great commencement speech by one of the dudes who was on Arrested Development. I can't remember his name. He was on a lot of the terrible bosses, or I can't remember that. Anyway, he said a really, really great thing. He said, this life, first of all, you're going to fail no matter what. Nobody has ever gone through life without failing. Nobody who's ever been successful has never not failed. It's just impossible. You're going to fail, right? It's just going to happen. So a lot of people will stop something, or a lot of people will end their pursuit of a goal, a dream, an idea, a business, whatever it is. They'll kind of stifle themselves just based on the fact that, like, well, what if I'm going to fail? So what? Failure is inevitable, and actually failure is a beautiful teacher. It's a beautiful compliment. Plus, nobody ever strived for anything. Nobody ever got a goal. Nobody ever achieved anything without some sense of struggle. There's actually nobility in the struggle. What this whole video is all about is about shifting your mind state. It's about shifting your perspective. You want to know how you love yourself and how you get confident is you stop. This is it right here. This is the entire sort of, nuts and crannies of the entire serious video, okay? If you want to get out of your own way, if you want to be confident, okay, you have to stop thinking that life is happening to you and start thinking that life is happening for you. Let me repeat that. You got to stop thinking that life is happening to you and that life is happening for you. You think this universe is a cruel mother? All these beautiful, unbelievable, insane planets, galaxies, flowers, tigers, diamonds, fire, earth, wind, human beings. Just the complexities on a molecular level of being a human being. You actually think the universe is a cruel thing that is just out here to get you. You've been around these people, right? You've been around all these people your whole life. These people that, well, if this didn't happen, I would have made it, or, I was dealt a bad hand, or if I was born this way, or if I was born in this country, or born in this nationality, everything would have been fine. If my boss didn't do this, if they're just full of excuses, they think life is happening to them rather than for them. If you can shift this mindset, every single one of your problems will slowly melt away, and your confidence it's really about understanding. It's about understanding what is really, really true, discovering the truth about who you are and discarding the rest. I talk about this a lot in my videos, especially my Mindset Mastery courses, right? My Mindset Mastery videos here on YouTube, which you should subscribe. Okay, I've been doing a lot of singing. I think Molly Mahoney had a really crazy impact on me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not really a singer, but I love to sing, but that's just not my vibe, so it's really strange. Anyway, so if you can shift that mind state, if you can just kind of tweak that and stop thinking that life is happening to you, but it's happening for you, this will change your entire life. And I would love your feedback. This is not just an intellectual show. This is not just an intellectual video. I want this to be experiential. What's the difference? Don't just nod your head and say, Professor Nez, I understand. Live it, breathe it, activate it, apply it, execute it, and then come back here and then tell me, Professor Nez, you're full of shit. Go ahead, say that. Leave it in the comments. Say, Professor Nez, I tried it, it didn't work. I would love to. I respond to all my comments. I will respond to you. I will try to help you. I will try to have a discussion with you. I'm not going to get involved in some kind of, negative sort of cyclone storm, but I will get in if it's civil, if it's practical, if it's got some productivity behind it, and it's actually effective, I will engage with you. But I always tell my students, go try it out for yourself. Go experience it. Just shift your mindset just slightly. Stop thinking that life is against you. Stop thinking that life is happening to you, but that every single thing, especially the bad stuff, the so-called bad stuff, especially the negative experiences, the so-called negative experiences, especially the failures, the so-called failures, that's the real goods right there. That's actually some of the best stuff that can happen to you, molding you, shaping you, creating you, evolving you. Shift your mindset, shift your perspective just slightly. Stop thinking that life is happening to you. It's happening for you. You will end all your problems, and you become, confidence really is synonymous with being in that kind of natural ease, stressless state. That's where confidence comes from. People who are confident understand their role. They understand who they are. They understand what they should be caring about and worrying about and what they shouldn't be worrying about. Remember what I said earlier in the video, 70 to 80% of people's issues and problems is based on the fact that they don't really understand, they don't have the right perspective on their life. They spend so much time worrying about things that are absolutely pointless, that have no impact on who you are, your story, your narrative, your family, your life, your purpose, your vision. They have nothing to do with that. Okay? If you switch your mindset just slightly, just a slight little shift, watch what happens. I did another video about this. I'll put a little end card. Can you guys hear me out there, by the way? Let me know how the audio's coming through. I'm kind of using a different mic setup here. And I just want to kind of see how the audio is coming through. If you can give me a little comment, I would really appreciate that. Fear of failure, fear of what other people think of them, okay? And then just debilitating self-judgment and self-doubt. But if you shift your mindset, if you shift your perspective just slightly, and stop thinking that life is happening against you, everybody's against me, everything's happening to me rather than for me, watch what happens. I would love your feedback. You will start exuding confidence, which again is synonymous with being in that natural, effortless state of just really being who you truly are. It's really the people that you see that have this unbelievable, undeniable confidence that when they walk into a room, they just own it, right? Those people are just in their zone. They're in their world. They're in their element. They understand who they are. They understand what is happening. They have a firm conviction of, why life is doing certain things and why certain things are showing up and aren't showing up and what to focus on and what not to focus on. It's really all about attention, right? It's really all about attention. What are you giving your attention to? That's actually the key. So, that's it. So most people are afraid of failure. Failure is inevitable. If you shift your mindset and understand that failure is actually a beautiful teacher, failure is actually a beautiful stepping stone to something else, that through a lot of opportunities that fail, beautiful blossomings of incredible opportunities sprout out of that failure. Fear of what other people think. People don't give a rat's ass about you. They really don't. Nobody cares. Okay, I mean, your friends and your family, the people, I go to this is what I'm going to go to the Dr. Seuss quote, okay? The people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. Everything that you do in life, Dr. Seuss, that's a Dr. Seuss quote. The people who mind, they don't matter. The people who mind what you do and they judge you and they criticize you, they don't matter. Those aren't the people who matter, okay? And the people who do matter to you, they don't mind anything that you do. It's unconditional. That's a good litmus test, actually, too. And then number 3 is the self-doubt and the self-judgment and the insecurity, which comes from not understanding that life is happening for you, not to you. That's the key. I hope you got something out of this stream. I love the live streaming. I love YouTube live streaming. Again, if you're new to this channel, please go ahead and click subscribe. If you want videos on mindsets, communications, I'm a writing professor, author, storyteller, speaker. I'm a video creator, live streamer. I have my own Facebook live talk show called Nez Nation Live. You can go to my Facebook. It's the same handle, at Professor Nez. I would love for you to check that out. And also, bonus, just a bonus, a real quick bonus. I've got an exciting thing happening this summer. I'm really, really excited about it. It could fail, by the way. Hey, let's kind of tie this into this video. It could totally fail. It's just an idea that me and 2 other unbelievably creative individuals are coming together to do a show, a weekly podcast that we're actually going to be putting on YouTube, but also putting on Facebook Live, and also hopefully turning into a podcast as well. Everything is still pretty tentative, but we're actually going to be going live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern to talk about it, sort of have a live stream discussion with you guys, Nez Nation, our audience, and kind of talk about some ideas that we're throwing around, and maybe just have a beautiful, large conference with all of you guys, and you guys can throw some input in there. We'll give you shout outs. We'll talk about what kind of ideas are working, what kind of ideas aren't working, and you can see how 3 creators work. It's a process, right? I would love for you guys to join us. That's going to be happening at 1 p.m. Eastern time over on Facebook Live, and we're going to probably be putting that on YouTube anyway, so you'll check it out. And I'm really, really excited about that. if you're being stifled, if you're afraid to step out and try anything, just based on the fact that you might fail, you won't do anything. You won't do anything. If you are stifled, if you are being stopped by the fear of what other people think, you won't do anything. You won't do anything because you can't please everybody. There's always going to be some people who don't like you, no matter what. Even Mother Teresa, the most giving, altruistic individual on the entire planet, she gave her entire soul to others. There's even haters on her. She's too giving. She's too giving. I hate giving people. I don't like people who do that. Everybody's going to have haters, right? So don't forget this. If you are being stopped, if you're being stifled by the fear of failure, if you don't take any step, any action based on the fact that you're afraid of failure, you won't do anything. As a matter of fact, nobody in the history of time, space would have done anything. Number two, if you're afraid of what other people think, if you're afraid of judgment from what other people think, there's always going to be haters, no matter how perfect you are, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how exquisite you are, no matter how unbelievably valuable you are, or what have you. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people who hate. And then number three, self-judgment, self-doubt. Talk about the ultimate unnecessary stress, the ultimate unnecessary burden. The world is hard enough. The world is difficult enough. Without you, you're going to get shit on enough by the world. Don't add to it by shitting on yourself as well. The world is going to be difficult enough. Trust me. There's going to be enough crap in your life. So why add to that heap by doubting, judging, hating, and criticizing yourself? Which actually is the ultimate. That's the ultimate hater, is the dude that lives inside here. So if you want to love yourself, if you want to be confident, those three things. Yeah. Hey, Bear, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Alonzo. All right. Alonzo's in the house. Good to see you. Former student. Miss you, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm loving YouTube Live Mobile. This is just awesome. I was actually thinking about turning this into a video. I had kind of a little bit of a debacle in the beginning where my tripod and my camera were just giving me just technical headaches. So I apologize to everybody. The beginning, if you're watching this on the replay, the beginning of this video is utter garbage. And guess what? That happens. Guess what? It's okay. Does that mean, so Professor Nez, when you say, don't care what other people think, don't worry about failure, and, don't worry about self-doubt and try to stay away from self-doubt and self-judgment, does that mean that you're just like this emotionless, you don't have any No. Don't get it twisted. Okay, it doesn't mean that you just go out there and be a jerk and be obnoxious and just do whatever the F you want. Of course not. Okay, I care deeply about my content. I care very, very much when people say bad things about my stuff or my content. Of course I do. It hurts me. It affects me. I'm a human being, and that's okay too, right? But it's not about failing. It's not about if you're going to fail. You're going to fail. It's if you get back up, if you keep doing it. If you don't let failure stop you. That's the key. It's not about failure. You're gonna fail, right? It doesn't mean I don't care about failure. Of course I care about failure. Oh, okay. All right, Matthew, let me fix that. Okay, the volume is low. Okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Is that better, Matthew? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me, if that's better. Yes, sound is low. Okay, thank you, Keith. I put this thing on here. Okay, let's see. How about now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Team Super! Hey, good to see you, Team Super. How about now? Can you hear me now? Let me know how the audio is now. I just turned up the mic a little bit. Let me know how that works. I put a kind of, yes, better. Okay, thank you. Sounds good to me. Okay, awesome, better. Okay, maybe I just needed to turn it up a little bit. I'm kind of testing a little new mic setup. I appreciate it. So, no, it absolutely, thank you guys, Keith, Alonzo, Matthew, Team Super, you guys rock. Thank you for joining me. So it's not about not caring, okay? Not caring is not what I'm talking about, all right? If you're a human being, if you're a sensitive creator, if you're a loving individual, okay, who actually wants to do something productive and valuable in your life, you're going to care, okay? You're going to care. It's natural. You're going to care. But you're not going to let it stop you. That's the key. Don't let it stop you. People don't there have been millions and millions of people who have allowed others to dictate their life, who have allowed the fear of failure to dictate whether they start a project or not, who have allowed self-doubt and self-judgment to dominate them. And look at the, common denominator. What's the common denominator verb that I used? Allowed. Who's in control, y'all? You. You're in control. Not this dude, not other people, not the media, not Trump, not politicians, not stupid professors. You're in control. You're in control of what you allow to affect you or not. That's true confidence. That's true self-love. I mean, I know that word's been so abused, self-love, but it's really not mushy. It's not meant to be this sort of hippy-dippy kind of namby-pamby sort of bumper sticker phrase. It's really about self-care. It's really about focusing on the things that matter to you, okay, focusing on the things that you can actually do something about and discarding everything else. That's the key. And you just have to make the decision. But again, I'm going to go back to it because we got a lot of new people here. If you stop thinking that life is happening to you, but instead that life is happening for you, you will end all of your misery. You will end all of your suffering. You will end all of your anxiety. And you will exude confidence. And yes, you will have the truest form of self-love and the truest form of confidence in that effortless state of just being who you are. Don't ever forget this, Nez Nation. It takes great effort to be somebody. It takes great effort. I'm going to be somebody, okay? I'm going to try really hard to be somebody. It takes a lot of effort to maintain that, sustain that, right? But it takes zero effort to be yourself. So which one's greater? You decide. It takes insane amounts of effort to be somebody that's liked by everybody, somebody that's appreciated by everybody, somebody that pleases everybody, somebody that doesn't do anything that oversteps anybody's bounds or causes any ruffles or any disruptions, right? That's a lot of effort, but it takes zero effort to be yourself. So which one's greater? Which one's greater? You tell me, Nez Nation. Which one's greater? I mean, I can't imagine what it's like being a famous person, having to maintain that fame and maintain that image and maintain, everybody's expectations. Oh, how exhausting that must be. I mean, I think when Brad Pitt gets home or when, Liam Hemsworth or Ryan Gosling, when they get home, they just must feel like a ton of bricks just, lifted off their chest. They must just lay down on the couch and just collapse with relief, right? I don't have to be Brad Pitt anymore. I don't have to be Liam Hemsworth anymore. I don't have to be, Katy Perry anymore or Beyonce anymore. I don't know. I can't imagine how hard that must be to maintain that. It takes great effort to be somebody. It takes zero effort to be yourself. And there's only one you. And there's only one yourself. Hey, Gord, how you doing? Good to see you, Gord. And there's only one you. Don't forget this. I mean, if you think about all of the things that needed to, winning the lottery, I think it's 1 in 295 million is the odds of winning the lottery. You know what the odds are on you existing as a human being? Just literally you existing. It's in the billions, maybe even the trillions. I mean, think about all the circumstances. Your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents having to get together, and then your other great-parents, and then your grandparents, and then your parents. I mean, just imagine if your great-great-grandfather missed the bus that day or happened to be sick that day and didn't meet your great-great-great-great-grandmother. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't exist. I mean, the odds are just insanity. So you've already won the ultimate jackpot. You've already won the ultimate jackpot. Chris Cornell just recently killed himself. Young, beautiful. He was only 50. I think he was only 56 or 57. Young, beautiful, talented. Probably one of the greatest rock and roll singers ever. Elton John, Bob, a lot of great vocalists. A lot of great singers, Peter Gabriel, Sting, they all came out and they're just unbelievable praise what they were saying, that Chris Cornell was just this amazing artist in this amazing figure. And I know a lot had probably to do with, I heard later reports, and God, you can't tell what you hear now in the news. God knows what's going on in the news these days. But, fake news and all that. But there was a lot of reports that he was on some medication, and medication can be bad boogie. I'm going to tell you what the ultimate medication is. The ultimate medication is self-love. The ultimate medication is self-care. The ultimate medication is taking some time, being with you, understanding and discovering who you are, and then amplifying that. Taking some time out. Unplugging. Understanding that this is who I am, this is what I can control, and this is what I can't control. So where should I be placing my attention? I can't please everybody. It's impossible. I'm never not gonna fail. I'm gonna fail 1,000,006 times. This new project that I'm working on with these two creators, I'm very, very excited about it. I'm super, super excited about it. It could suck. It could very well suck. But that's not going to stop me from keep trying. That's not going to stop me from attempting to do what makes this thing go like this, right? What gets me pumped up. Not the safe life. Okay, all right, get the kids, get the car, get the safe accountant job. All right, safe. And then I'm 80 years old. I blink and I turn 80 and nothing's happened. And every single day I'm in my rocking chair. Every single day I'm in my rocking chair of regret. Every single day. I don't want that. I can't have that. So, this new project that we're going to be going live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, really quick. I wasn't planning on going live for 30 minutes. I'm already up here for 27 minutes. I just want to be kind of short and sweet. Really, this was an idea, again, it's something I wanted to do just in a video, but I figured I wanted to go, accepting where you are is key to keep moving forward gracefully. Very good, Gord. I couldn't agree more. Easier said than done. Easier said than done, right? Accepting who you are. Because this dude is unbelievably persuasive, right? He is the master politician. He is the master salesman. There isn't a used car salesman. David Ogilvy, the advertising giant, the Mozart of advertising, can't come close to the persuasiveness of the dude inside here, right? Accepting who you are. Absolutely, Gord. Accepting who you are. Unconditionally exudes confidence. Because when you accept who you are, you understand that who you are is not going to be liked by everybody. You understand that you are not perfect. You understand that you're not a special snowflake. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Thank you, Nick, for joining. Absolutely. Thank you. You understand that, you're going to offend people. It's natural. You're going to offend people. I mean, I love the Jerry Seinfeld show where he's like, his mom kept saying, how could anybody not like you? How could anybody not like Jerry, right? Mom, there's some people who probably hate me. And of course there are. You could be the ultimate do-gooder. You could be the saint of all saints. Doesn't mean anything. Okay, there's gonna be haters. So who do you focus on? Do you focus on the haters? Is that where you focus your attention? Because don't ever get this twisted, Nez Nation. What you give attention to, you give power to. That's your ultimate sovereignty. I've said this in a lot of other videos. If you watch my stuff, you know that I talk about this a lot because we need reminding. We need reminders. There's nothing original about Professor Nez. I am not original. I'm probably the least original person out there. There's nothing original. I'm just a reminder. And I need reminders, and so do you. We all need reminders. Because when we go through the day-to-day hustle, we get older, we evolve, experiences take place, good, bad, what have you, we forget. We forget what's really, really important. We forget, what we should be focusing on and what we shouldn't be focusing on. And that's why I feel like, and actually Nick really inspired me, if you're still here, Nick, I've always loved guided meditations. I've always loved, and that word meditation, I mean, it's been so abused, especially lately. I just even cringe, even at self-love. I mean, it's kind of a cringy moment to even think about that term. But what I really call is just self-investigation or just kind of calibrating just refocusing. It's like the same thing with a microphone, or same thing with a camera. You know, if you haven't used it for a while, you got to kind of recalibrate it. You got to kind of make sure the specs, make sure the lens is clean, make sure, you know what I mean? It's just really, that's what meditation is. It's a moment of self-love, actually. It's a moment of taking some time out and, you know, giving your brain a bicep curl. You know, it's a workout. It's a workout for this. I mean, we always talk about working out the physical, right? Push-ups. We always talk about working out, you know, our you know, running, cardio, and all that things. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Gord. And we always talk about, you know, but what about this dude? What about the guy in here? What about the ultimate workout? What about the ultimate, you know, exercise that's needed, that's a necessity, that controls everything, the ultimate supercomputer? Don't get it twisted, y'all. There is not a mainframe in the history of the entire universe that comes close to the dude that lives inside here, the computer that lives inside here. The fastest mainframe, okay, in the NSA's secret chambers, still doesn't come close to the complexity. This is the most complex instrument in the entire universe. So why don't we have, and there's no manual. There's literally no manual. Now, Siddhartha, 2,000 years ago, pretty much came up with the closest thing to a manual. And that's what kind of meditation is. But it's been something that, you know, even the Stoics, even Jesus, even a lot of great spiritual teachers, you know, St. Francis of Assisi, a lot of people, artists, creators have been advocating for centuries, for eons, right? Is the idea of, hey, good night, Nick. Thank you for joining. That's so cool. Good to see you, man. Love your live streams, by the way. Keep them up. You and Gord, love your live streams. You guys should follow Gord Eisman and follow Nick Nimmin. They got some great channels on YouTube, how to amplify your message, you know, how to get your videos to look absolutely fantastic, how to leverage them, how to amplify them, and how to get them to a larger audience and grow your influence. So fantastic channels there. Maybe I'll leave them in the links in the description after the stream. So I can hear my kids going bonkers, so that means Daddy's got to go. So I hope this was helpful. I again want to apologize. The replay might, the beginning, like the first 2 to 3 minutes, are a little bit shambles because of the technical. I was kind of having some problems with my tripod. But anyway, I hope you got some value out of this. And please, please, please don't forget, click subscribe if you haven't already. Everything that we talk about on this channel has to do with, you know, discovering who you truly are and then sharing that with the world, being who you are, discovering who you truly are, getting yourself out of your own way, writing, communication, storytelling, mindsets, mindset mastery, meditation, self-investigation, self-awareness, with hopefully sprinkled with a lot of fun. Because if it's not fun, no, it's just not going to be valuable. I have to have fun when I do this, and I love doing this, if you can't tell. If you can't tell, I love doing this. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Beautiful, beautiful weekend. I'm going to take my kids to the pool right now, and I hope to see you guys in the future, okay? I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Don't forget, 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, a real surprise live stream about a new project that Professor Nez is working on that I think you guys are going to dig big time. Again, it could fail. It could suck. It could be the worst thing that ever, besides this stream, it could be the worst thing that has ever been projected onto the internet. But guess what? That's just how it goes. You never know. It could absolutely fail. It could absolutely fail. I've had way, way more failures than successes. I've had way more failures than successes. Trust me. But again, it all depends on your perspective. So if you want to be confident, if you want to understand what really self-love means, okay, understand that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you, especially those moments that are so-called negative and bad. Wish you nothing but the best, Nez Nation. Leave comments. I will come back. I will come back. I always come back. If you have any questions, any ideas, any thoughts, leave those comments down below. I can't wait. Yeah, Gord. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. If you have, and also if there's, hey, Professor Nez, can you go do a live stream about this topic, that topic? I'm wondering about this. I love how you talked about this. Talk about that. I didn't like how you talked about this. Try talking about that. Leave it in the comments. I'll come back and check it out. Let me know. You gotta, if you're on mobile, scroll past the videos and then comment there. There's the live chat button. If you're watching this on the replay, same thing. You got to kind of go. A lot of people aren't understanding the optimization on mobile. You got to go past the video, scroll up, and then go past the videos. The comments are all the way at the bottom of the actual video playing. Okay. So I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much. Don't forget, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, a new project, an exciting project. Can't wait to see you there. Love y'all. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, guys.